He put on a dress, created a character named Geraldine, and became the most watched man in America, while white network executives sat back and watched a black comedian outsmart the entire television industry. 1970. NBC was desperate. Every black variety show before had failed. Nat King Cole couldn't get sponsors in 1956. Sammy Davis Jr.'s show lasted one season. Then Flip Wilson walked into the room and changed everything. Born Clairo Wilson in Jersey City, New Jersey in 1933, one of 10 children abandoned by his mother during the Great Depression, bounced between foster homes and reform schools. At 16, he lied about his age to join the Air Force. His fellow servicemen nicknamed him Flip because he was flipped out, always cracking jokes to survive. According to historical records, comedian Red Fox saw Flip perform in 1965 and told Johnny Carson he'd just discovered the funniest man in America. Carson put him on The Tonight Show. Flip made over 25 appearances. NBC offered him a 5-year development deal in 1968. September 17, 1970, The Flip Wilson Show premiered. According to Nielsen Ratings Archives, within months it became America's #2 show, beaten only by All in the Family. By 1972, Time magazine called Flip TV's first black superstar. His advertising rates hit $86,000 per minute. The show earned 2 Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe. Flip Wilson was printing money for NBC. But here's the genius. He did it by playing a woman, Geraldine Jones, a sassy, outspoken, working-class black woman with a boyfriend named Killer, who was always either in prison or at the pool hall. Flip wore designer clothes, perfectly coiffed wigs, and chartreuse stockings, and Geraldine demanded respect. As Flip told Time magazine in 1972, "She demands respect, and she's never asking for favors. Geraldine's liberated. That's where she's at. Everybody knows she don't take no stuff." The catchphrases became national obsessions. "The devil made me do it." "What you see is what you get." These lines weren't just comedy. They entered American language. According to historical documentation, computer scientists at Xerox PARC even created the acronym WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, directly inspired by Geraldine. Flip wasn't just doing drag comedy. According to television historians, he was creating one of the only respectful portrayals of black women on 1970s television at a time when the civil rights and women's movements largely ignored black women. Geraldine was confident. She was liberated. She demanded dignity. And America, black and white, fell in love with her. The show ran in a revolutionary theater-in-the-round format with audiences on all sides. Flip hosted everyone: Aretha Franklin, Muhammad Ali, the Jackson 5, Richard Pryor, Bill Russell. He created the Flip Wilson handshake: 4 hand slaps, 2 elbow bumps, 2 hip bumps. George Carlin was one of his writers and regular guests. And here's what made Flip different from every black entertainer before him. He owned part of his show. According to entertainment industry records, this was virtually unheard of for a black performer in 1970. Flip Wilson wasn't just the talent, he was the boss. By 1974, variety shows were dying across the board. But according to network sources, Flip's show ended because he kept demanding higher pay, and NBC refused. So Flip walked away from the #1 variety show on television, on his terms. He recorded comedy albums, won a Grammy in 1970 for The Devil Made Me Buy This Dress, made wise investments, spent his later years traveling, hot air ballooning, riding motorcycles. He left money in his will for journalism scholarships at Howard University and historically black colleges. Flip Wilson died of liver cancer on November 25, 1998, at age 64 in Malibu, California. His last TV appearance was on The Drew Carey Show, just 1 week before his death. But his impact? RuPaul credits Geraldine as inspiration for discovering drag. Martin Lawrence's Shanae, Jamie Foxx's Wanda, Tyler Perry's Medea, all descendants of Geraldine Jones. Flip Wilson proved a black man could dominate American television on his own terms, create iconic characters, demand ownership, and walk away when he wasn't respected. The devil didn't make him do it. Genius did. Who's your favorite Flip Wilson character? Geraldine or Reverend Leroy? Drop it in the comments. If this is the first time you're learning that a black comedian owned part of the #2 show in America in 1970, share this with someone who needs to know. And follow for more forgotten legends who dominated their era and never compromised.